Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another little series that I'm going to be working on, he says hopefully, of me getting into a new hobby, or an old hobby in a way. I used to, many years ago, play Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy Battles when that existed. And I've been recently thinking about getting back into kind of miniature gaming in general. I spoke to one of my friends about getting into 40k because they're starting a new edition, and he said that he actually was getting into historicals. And so we had a bit of a chat about that, and the particular historical he was thinking about is something called black powder. Now, black powder has a starter set set at Waterloo. So as a period that I'm kind of interested in, I definitely love the old Sharp television series.
What's your name? Sharp. Sergeant. 2nd Battalion, 95th Rifles, sir. I'm much obliged to you.
Not the newer stuff set in India, which is set after Waterloo, even though the books are set before, but that's a side issue. TV's gonna TV. I got the Waterloo set. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. If you're a regular viewer, you're thinking, I see what you're doing here, Dragoonster. You were going to get this and side with the British. So let's have a look at what you get. So in this set, you get 2 British line, one there currently set up in square. You get a line Hanoverian unit. And you get a wonderful little chap here, who's over here, where leaning rather nonchalantly on his umbrella. And then right at the back there, you get an artillery piece. So that's a kind of a decent Napoleonic army for the British. I mean, you're lacking cavalry. You kind of want the ideal Napoleonic army would be mostly infantry, admittedly, but you want to use your cavalry to force them into square, so you can bombard them with artillery. So you want all 3 pieces. The British don't in this set, probably to force you to then buy some cavalry. The French, on the other hand, have 2 line. 2 blocks of cavalry, although in some sets, in some pictures from this set, they're shown as 1, and then kind of a gentleman officer, well, probably not, maybe not a gentleman, because the French didn't require you to kind of purchase your way up the ranks as your French officer there. I was actually originally considering going with the French because they have a lot more kind of different options for what you can do with them, because there's so many different kind of armies attached to them. There's the Poles were attached to them in the Vistula Legion. There's the Confederation of the Rhine, the Swiss. For a period of time, the Spanish were on this side, and then they later joined the British after the French tried to take over. Well, did take over. But although I was kind of leaning to the French, one of my friends replied that he had an awful lot of French. And so maybe I won't go with the French, I'll get some British. So I bought some, and you'll see those later. But then I was talking to one of my friends after I'd already ordered them, and he said that actually he was going to go heavily British, and anyway, the person who'd got a lot of French had a lot of British troops anyway. So what do you do? So while I've got all these British, part of me is now thinking, work on the British I have, then get some extra French, so I use these troops and a few extras, and then start a third little historical army to kind of ally with the various forces my friends have. Now, there's also part of me that's thinking actually go British, French, and then Austrian, Prussian, Russian for to have all 5 major armies that were involved in the Napoleonic eras. Maybe not some of the other ones because they mainly ally, and I could use them just with those armies. So, for example, the Portuguese mainly fought with the British. Actually, they may. I can't recall any that I've read about where it was Portuguese alone. Although, actually, having now said that, people may comment that they fought in particular ways. They fought on their own. My original idea for doing a third one was to do the Spanish, because the Spanish fought with the French for a long period of time, and then after France took over Spain, they then started fighting alongside the British. And also they fought both individually without being allied to either side in separate battles, obviously. So that would give me a lot of flexibility, but there don't seem to be many good Spanish models. out there. I've looked at the Warlord resin. I'm a bit unsure of those. So we've got all of these guys. We've got 2 British line, 1 Hanoverian line, 1 commander, and 1 artillery piece. So let me go through the other bits and pieces I bought. So first of all, here's a Perry command sprue. So you've got 6 people who are going to be your various officers and your the people holding the colours, both the King's colour and the regimental colour. You've got your drummer here, although I think his drum hand is also a right hand, so I'm not entirely sure what you're meant to do with him, but I'm sure we can kind of figure that out as we kind of glue things together. So I've got 2 of those, 1 for each of these line, because they don't come with command. Similarly, I bought from Warlord the Hanoverian command kind of blister pack to go with these guys. Hopefully that kind of works. This is for your banners, and you have to drill the hands. I didn't realise that, so I'll have to get myself a drill. But these guys will kind of hopefully work out quite well. They should do. They're from the same make. They're both Warlord, so they should fit together. But this box doesn't come with colours. It doesn't come with the flags, at least as far as I can see. So I then also bought another box, another unit of Hanoverian line infantry, and this box, along with the British line, both come with the colours. So making these, I should then, he says, also have the various flags for Waterloo. But I've only got 1 officer. So I also got from Perry these set of mounted colonels. Now this fellow, you can see, let's bring him forward. This fellow has the same kind of cap that we see on the Hanoverians, roughly. So I'm going to use him as a Hanoverian colonel, have him mounted. There's also another fellow here somewhere hiding in the cotton wool. Oh no! So here is a fellow. He's got the feathered cap, often held by Highlanders. I'm going to leave him to the side until I get some Highlanders, because one thing this army that's almost entirely infantry needs is more infantry. Of course, that makes perfect sense. And then we've got another fellow here who's more a kind of a proper English uniform, or Irish possibly, to compare with someone who's got the same cap as the Hanoverians and the same kind of feathered cap as the Highlanders. So there we go. So that's all of these guys. I did also get the 3 supplements: Albion Triumphant 1 on the Peninsula, Albion Triumphant 2, which is on the 100 days, so around Waterloo, and then Clash of Eagles. So that gives me some extra pieces. In some cases, actually falling out of the blister pack. So here is Marshal Ney in his kind of fur-lined coat. Maybe he had it better than these guys who don't seem to have fur. But he's obviously an officer for the French, so I don't think I'm going to use him in my current British army. But when I get onto doing some French, he's definitely going to be a major part of that. And then we've got these 2. So these 2 came with Albion Triumphant. So we've got an ensign holding the King's colour. You can see it's the King's colour because it's got the Union flag attached to it, rather than just being a plain colour. And then we've got a rifleman. Now we haven't got any other rifles, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use him here. I might put him to the side with Ney, and they can have a chat or something. I haven't yet decided what to do with this fellow. I already have enough colours for all of the command for these guys. I'm not sure what else you would use this flag for. Possibly I might use him to base, put him in on a base with the kind of English colonel. Oh dear, metal keeps bending. Oh dear, that doesn't sound good. So I might put him with him on the base to give them a bit of a diorama. Like, I've got an idea for the Highlander colonel, maybe giving him some pipers. Those are some ideas of what I'm going to do. And the reason I'm starting this series is essentially this is hopefully going to force me to actually work on these, so that next week I can then go, oh, look, I've glued some guys together. Look, look, I've glued these sprues together and I have a command section. Or I've got quite a few of these guys glued together. And then slowly kind of work on this. And then once I've done the British, I'll move on to doing some French. And after the French, move on to, I don't know, I haven't worked out, like, I haven't thought that bit out yet. If you've got any particular ideas, or maybe you'd like to see a particular force, maybe you could kind of post comments and think about it. Give me some suggestions or ideas on what you'd like to see me have a go at. I haven't decided. Part of me is thinking Prussian, because they're the third army, kind of the third major army in kind of the Waterloo campaign, being obviously involved in the battle itself, but also Ligny, or is it Ligny? It's got a G in it, but I never, yeah. So does so many others in French that just don't appear. So there's a few options for the third army. As I said, I think Spain could be quite interesting as they're allied to both, but maybe wait for Wargames Atlantic to see what they're doing with their forces. So yes, there we go. There it begins. I don't know. I might film some of the gluing, or I might just talk about what I'm doing next time. So there we go. Back into modelling. What could possibly go wrong? Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.